Welcome back to the Accessible Art History YouTube channel. For this week's video, I'm talking about something a little different than usual. Recent events in the news got me thinking about art and its use in protest. I found some examples to discuss this concept and trace its history. So to learn more and to join the discussion, keep on watching. On Friday, October 14th, 2022, two people opened cans of Heinz tomato soup and splashed them onto one of Van Gogh's sunflower paintings in the collection of the National Gallery in London. They then proceeded to superglue their hands to the wall and recite a speech about climate change. These two were representing the group Just Stop Oil and spoke about how we care so much about works of art, but not about the use of oil and its role in wealth distribution and climate change. I've linked a news article with a video on the full incident in the sources section of the description box. This isn't the first such incident in recent news, but it does bring up some questions. Is this form of protest effective? Are these groups getting their message across with their brash acts against history? Or are they making people angry with just simple vandalism? Regardless of your belief, it's certainly a fine line to tread. Now that we've talked about current events, let's take a look at a couple of historical examples. In my mind, the Guerrilla Girls are the first to pop up when I think of protest and art. Founded in 1985, this anonymous group of feminist female artists used their art to bring awareness to racial and gender inequality in the industry. The guerrilla part of their name comes from the fact that they often create surprise exhibitions to grab the public's attention. One of their most famous moments comes from their first campaign, when the Museum of Modern Art in New York City opened a new show titled An International Survey of Recent Painting and Sculpture. Only 13 women artists were featured out of a total of 165. This led them to note that 85% of nude people found in art at the Metropolitan Museum of Art were women, but less than 4% of the featured artists were women. However, unlike the people from Just Stop Oil, the Guerrilla Girls' tactics do not include defacing art. For this next example, I thought we would take it way back. This work, made famous in recent years as the cover art for Coldplay's album Viva La Vida, is called Liberty Leading the People. It was painted by the Romantic artist Eugene Delacroix in 1830. Liberty is personified as a beautiful woman named Marianne, but she is also the symbol of France. It was painted by Delacroix in commemoration of the Second French Revolution, in which King Charles X was overthrown. When writing to his brother about the artwork, Delacroix said, quote, "My bad mood is vanishing thanks to hard work. I've embarked on a modern subject, a barricade, and if I haven't fought for my country, at least I'll paint for her," unquote. He was trying to capture the spirit of protest and revolution to inspire his fellow citizens to fight for their rights. It may not be as blatant a statement as tomato soup, but it is certainly unifying. The Van Gogh tomato soup protest was shocking to both those in the art world and the general public. It leads us to ask the question of how we can use art as a form of protest, whose goal should be to use its emotional power and not just for shock and awe. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below.